Yo, what's up? It's Aewon. Welcome back to another exciting episode of How to Make It in the South African Music Industry. Ow! Stunt after stunt after stunt after stunt. Yo, so today's guest that I've got is another friend of mine, and he's an industry player. I really think you need to hear what he has to say. He has some interesting stuff. Without further ado, I introduce you. Well, we let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's up? This is Deutsch. I'm an artist and a chiropractor. I'm an MTV award-winning artist for Best Pop International 2016. Majority of my songs enter the charts and end up close to the top. So I would think I'd be a little bit of an authority to speak on how to get your stuff on radio, how to stay relevant, and yeah. I think in order to make it in the South African music industry, first of all, I'd say don't sweat the small stuff. Be creative. You're an artist foremost, and your passion is to make music. So make the music. Don't sweat about who's paying for whose time, and invest your time in the project and what's at hand. Thereafter, I would say make sure that your SAMRO, your SAMPRA, all your registration, your paperwork is sorted out, and then releasing your music. You need to be specific about what songs you release, how you almost need to. I'm an independent artist, so I would say that to the independent artists, you need to treat yourself more as a label would treat their artist. I think that's very important, and just go through their checkbooks and see what they have and what they are sorting out for their artists that you might not be sorting out for yourself. I think that's a good point to start. And then I think having a team, not trying to be an island, is very important. Having those around you who you enjoy creating with and who enjoy working with you and have your back. I think that's also a very important thing.
Your team over there.
like the team over there. So I think also knowing your worth is very important in this industry. We are entering a time where it's kind of weird, because I went through the whole modeling scene and how the modeling scene went in South Africa. You realized how modeling agencies were blowing up, and then the rise of Facebook came and the access to people's identities became more known, so the modeling industry started to fall. The same way artistry and music is becoming available so quickly, so if the artists don't value themselves to an extent, then the amount of accessibility to music is going to become very high, and you'll see a drop in the artistry. So I'd say to artists in 2019 going to 2020, let's value our work, let's push each other, and let's keep building.
Cool. That was Deutsch. If you don't know him, I suggest you Google him. Deutsch, respect in the industry, key player, dope guy, one of the good ones. Touching on what Kyle was talking about, first thing I want to talk about is don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. This is very important, especially for new up-and-coming artists, especially for the guys who are still trying to break into the industry, which I'm guessing is 80% of you guys watching this video. Sweating the small stuff has been the greatest hurdle or handicap for a lot of you guys. You just entered into the game, and yet you still want to go to war and battle promoters. You want to fight for little small things that don't really matter for your career. I am not trying to diminish your value, but if you are trying to fight to get to where you see yourself needing to be, you need to be willing to let small things slide. It's the guys that are able to maneuver and they're able to strategize, not letting the small stuff bother them, that actually get the furthest, because people want to work with those people. If I'm a promoter and I book you and we have a bad gig and you come and bother me and irritate me and say, bro, I need at least my petrol money, I need 200, I need 300, whatever, and you're stressing me about it afterwards, after I told you I don't have the money, like I've made a 20,000 or 50,000 or sometimes 100 and something thousand rand loss as a promoter, and you coming to stress me about $200, I'm never gonna book you again, especially if you're a person who approached me for that gig. So understand, you need to pick your battles. Like, you need to pick what's really that important. If you're seeing this as a career, you cannot be that guy who makes problems for the small things, because you are not going to get as far as you need to be, because there will be people that you need that you are now burning bridges with. People who have more influence than you think that you're now burning bridges with, because those same people are going to be sitting in rooms with other people that you don't know about, and they're going to be like, we don't want that guy in the lineup. You don't want that guy in the lineup. Do you know what this guy is like? Do you know what this, I went through A, B, and C, and D. Your doors are not closed. All because you're trying to sweat something small. Don't sweat the small stuff. Build a relationship with the person and then have honest conversations. See, sweating the small stuff and honest conversations, two different things. Have the conversation rather than making assumptions and starting beefs and all kinds of bull crap that you think is going to help you out to the careers. It's not. Second thing he talked about was team. Everybody needs team. This is a constant theme that comes from all these guys that I've had on the show. Check in the previous episodes if you don't believe me. But community, you need those people. If you don't necessarily have a team, like I don't have an official team. Like I manage, do my PR, do everything for myself pretty much. But I have a team in the sense I have a community and people who have helped me when I was that artist Aewon Wolf. I had guys who shoot my videos. I had promoters I had good relationships with. I had producers I had good relationships, studios I had good relationships with. I had producers of TV shows I had good relationships, and they were all technically a part of my team. They were all people I kept in touch with and had a community and I needed, and they helped me get to where I needed to be. And if I had the mentality of it was just me, I'd be the dumbest person on this planet. That is a big issue we have in this industry, is that a lot of egos are crippling your guys' careers. You have egos to believe that everything is done by yourself and you're on your own and it's just you and your fans. No, it's everybody you come across. I have a saying and I want you to learn the saying. Thank everybody, blame no one. Thank everybody, blame no one. Let that sink in. If you have that mentality, it will get you so much further in life than all this mentality of the world is against me and everybody's out to get me. Nobody got time for you, bro. Nobody got time for that. Trust me, you need to have a mentality that you are appreciative of every little contribution that comes across, no matter how small or how big. Every contribution that comes your way, you need to appreciate it and be appreciative of it and value it and say that you are part of my team and you are part of my community, and let them feel that if that's what they want. You know, this helps a lot of people. This keeps doors open, because those same people will sit with other people and make conversations and say, yes, I like this guy, yes, put him on this, or no, don't put him on that, don't do this, and then doors closed. Last part, he talked about value yourself. Valuing yourself, this does not mean creating a random value. Like if you want to know how much to charge for a gig, be honest with yourself and say, well, how much am I bringing to that gig in terms of like patronage or people that are going to pay at the door? Not guest list, not people who are going to be your guest list, and not people who are not going to do anything or going to go to that gig anyway, whether you are on the lineup or not. People who are coming to that gig specifically for you. Be honest, be real with yourself. If you know that they will be a majority or a good chunk of people that are going to be there for you, and if you're not in the lineup, will not go, then you say to yourself, how much is that worth? Maybe I should value myself based on that. That's a good way to measure. And that's a good way to be honest with yourself, and that's a good way to actually engage with promoters in the sense that you are being honest and being real with them. And if a person is not willing to give you your credits for that, then you just can accept and say, well, I don't need it. Maybe I should do my own gig, because those people don't come anyway, right? you tell yourself that they're gonna come anyway, so do your own gig. But if these people are going for that gig because that gig is what that gig is, and they don't care who's on the lineup, or it could be anybody else, or there's other people on the lineup that are more likely the reason that they're going, then be honest with yourself, say, I'm happy with whatever I get, and be good with that. Because you are now seeing other opportunities or other things that you can get, and tell the promoter, well, bro, how much you got? Let's see if I'm cool with that and we can work with that. And that's the best way to approach this industry. Obviously, everyone's got their own ways, but this is my 2 cents. And that was Kyle's 2 cents. And I hope that helps. This is how to make it in South African music industry. And I'm Aewon Wolf signing out. Ow!